Hey there, you're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today we are here at the top of the Tower of Ishal, where we have fought our way through darkspawn to light the beacon. And that is an extremely important thing to do because everyone in the battle is waiting for the beacon to shine through and let the troops know that they can come to the rescue. But before we do that, let's level up. You know, let's just keep it real. I know they're waiting, but heck, let's level up. And, I would like to get Nadea started on some poison making. And so we'll do that. I'm going to be concentrating her, just so you know, on coercion, poison making, herbalism, and then whatever else goes into combat training. And then after that, if I have more, more points are available to me, I will put them into combat tactics. And let me see if everything I want is down here. Yep. This is part of the auto loot mod. And we have 1 point to spend. I would like to get her up to Cone of Cold, which is very helpful in defense. And also the Glyph of Repulsion is very good. It's just a matter of what's the most important thing to focus on. I think I'm going to go for the Glyph of Warding. I don't use it very much. It is helpful for allies, which she is a support mage, but I'm really trying to get to the Glyph of Repulsion, which is just great. So we're going to go for that. And she has a tactic slot, so let's yep, everything looks great here. And perfect. Okay. So, and also one last thing. Look at that. Just let's, as we look up Nadea's nose. I just love that. It just looks like I'm really in this massive tower. It's fantastic. Okay, yeah. Okay, so let's save the world now. Beacon. Yay.
What about the king? Should we not
Do as I command.
Betrayal.
All of you, let's move.
Betrayal. So his part in the battle was to stand there for like an hour and a half, and then when his signal came, go home and get some pizza. Okay, that's nasty. Okay, now Duncan's pissed. His face looks so sad. Oh! Oh, Nadea! Phew! I was holding my breath. Okay. Betrayal. And danger. And a loading screen.
Ah, your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased.
I remember you. The girl, the witch from the wilds.
I am Morrigan, lest you have forgotten, and we are in the wilds where I am bandaging your wounds. You are welcome, by the way. How does your memory fare? Do you remember Mother's rescue?
The last thing I remember is being overwhelmed by darkspawn.
Mother managed to save you and your friend, though 'twas a close call. What is important is that you both live. The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well.
My friend? What happened to the Grey Wardens? And the king? Is the king well? How fares he?
All dead.
Oh,
Your
no.
friend has veered between denial and grief since Mother told him. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke.
I will go then, but first, I must know. My injuries, were they severe?
Yes, but I expect you shall be fine. The darkspawn did nothing Mother could not heal.
And Alistair? I imagine that's the friend you speak of. I hope so. Is he well?
He is, as you are. I suppose it would be unkind to say he is being childish.
It would be very unkind. Those were his friends. Those were my friends, my mentor. People who I had dinner with just the day before died. Very unkind.
And you think they would encourage his blubbering? If so, they are not the sort of Grey Wardens the legends note.
Well, I have some more questions.
I do not mind. Take your time.
Are we safe here? Where are the darkspawn? You say they won the battle. Have they made it this far into the wilds?
We are safe, for the moment. Mother's magic keeps the darkspawn away. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The Horde has moved on, so you might avoid it.
Do you know why your mother saved us?
I wonder at that myself, but she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were the only ones she could reach. I would have rescued your king. A king would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
Yes, but he is dead. So he would be worth exactly nothing. Coin is important to you? Even out here in the wilds?
Who says I would ransom for coin? Gold has its uses, I suppose, but power buys far more.
Are there any other survivors? There were 2 soldiers with us, a bowman and a man with a sword. Did they make it?
Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening in that valley now.
Ah. You say that Tan Loghain abandoned the king. Do you know why?
I do not know who this Loghain even is. Perhaps ask Mother of it.
Speaking of Mother, how did she manage to rescue us? Climb to the top of the tower?
She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each talon. If you do not believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you.
All right, I shall do so.
I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way.
All right, then. And we are here, alive and in one piece, though Nadea's left shoulder is a bit sore. And as in true RPG fashion, we're going to loot their stuff. I'm thinking this chest may have been where they put anything that we need. Money. Thanks for the dough. Let's go on out here and see what Alistair's doing. An elven alienage is a city quarter where elves live, often poor and walled, rampant with crime and strife.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
I do feel a bit, sore in many places, particularly my shoulder. But I am fine, Alistair. I appreciate your concern.
Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
It indeed has. But I am very curious as to why you did choose to save us. What could it possibly have to do with you? Not that I am ungrateful, mind you.
Well, we cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these darkspawn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
It did not change. But the Grey Wardens are no more. We've been slaughtered.
If you think small numbers make you helpless, you are already defeated.
But we were fighting the darkspawn. The king had nearly defeated them. Why would Loghain do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The archdemon.
The archdemon. Like the one I saw in my dreams. Do you know anything about this archdemon?
It is said that long ago, the Maker sent the old gods of the ancient Tevinter Imperium to slumber in prisons deep beneath the surface. An archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by darkspawn. Believe that or not, history says it's a fearsome and immortal thing, and only fools ignore history.
I agree. Then it seems that this archdemon is our true foe. And we need to find it. But before we worry about that, I want to know, do you have any idea what the Turn could hope to gain by betraying the king?
The throne? He's the Queen's father. Still, I can't see how he'll get away with murder.
You
Nor
speak
can I.
as if he would be the first king to gain his throne that way. Grow up, boy.
If Al-Eamon knew what he did, he would never stand for it. The Landsmeet would never stand for it. There would be civil war.
Agreed. One man cannot just simply snatch the throne for himself in such a brutal way. Do you refer to the Al-Eamon, he's an Arl of, I believe it's Redcliffe?
I suppose. Al-Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
That sounds at least something that we can do. But I don't know. I have been betrayed now twice. Once by Jowan, a childhood friend, and now by Logain, who's betrayed us all. Keep in mind that Logain was also, at least supposedly, an honorable man. How can we trust the Arl?
The Arl would never do what Tan Logain did. I know him too well. I still don't know if Arl Eamon's help would be enough. He can't defeat the darkspawn horde by himself.
You're right, he cannot. We need our allies. We need the rest of the Grey Wardens, wherever they are.
I don't know how to contact them, or if they're even on their way. We need to do something now.
You have more at your disposal than you think.
Of course! The treaties! Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
Alistair, I do not want to refute your enthusiasm, but I can't believe it would simply be as easy as to walk up to them and demand aid.
And when is it ever?
It's always been the Grey Warden's duty to stand against a blight. And right now, we're the Grey Wardens.
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
Number 5 here is, we're going, old woman, don't push us. It's just me. I, right now, would be happy with simply staying alive.
Come to think of it, that would be nice.
Well, don't expect me to do everything. There is, however, one more thing I can offer you.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
I don't think that she is very inclined to join us. I would not want unwelcome company in our troop.
Her magic will be useful. Even better, she knows the wilds and how to get past the horde.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Truly, what are her uses? What can she do? How can she aid me?
Oh, she is. You have spells of your own, but my Morrigan's as cunning as a root lizard.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite Ferelden against the darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
You're right. I should not look away from any help that is offered. Believe me, she will not come to harm with us.
Allow me to get my things, if you please.
Nadea crosses her arms.
I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. 'Tis not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
So, you may be noticing this somewhat by Nadea's answers, but Nadea does not like Morrigan's attitude, you know. She just seems unnecessarily abrasive. Actually, before we go, I have, some things to ask of you.
I may have answers. Ask.
Have you ever been outside the wilds? We need someone who has experience outside this forest.
From time to time, I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stared and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here.
So, you must have some skills to give of service.
I know a few spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful as Mother. I have also studied history and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
I love how she squinches up her face. Excellent. Then you will be of use. The skills you named will do.
I also know at least 15 different poisons that grow right here in this marsh. Not that I would suggest 'tis at all related to cooking.
Fine. That's probably a bad choice of what Nadea would say. She probably wouldn't say, "Oh, fine, well then go ahead and give us a go and poison us." We'll leave that matter to decide when we make camp. Tell me, are you really Flemeth's daughter? Pardon my forwardness.
'Twas she who raised me, and thus I consider her my mother, born from her womb or not. 'Tis what you meant, yes?
Well, I ask because well, she's just going to stay here alone since you obviously, at least as far as I can see, have no other siblings.
Mother was alone long before I came, and will be so long after I am dead. Such is her choice, though I suspect she would claim the choice was made for her.
Fine. Tell me about this village to the north. Is it the best place to go?
'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a stop along your imperial highway where travellers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
Then, is there any reason to go to Lothering?
I mention it for its tavern, where travellers gather with news from other places. 'Tis small enough that our appearance might go unnoticed. Beyond that, 'tis close, and I know the way.
I will say I highly doubt your appearance would go unnoticed anywhere, no matter how small. So, on the way there, we are very likely to run into darkspawn. How do you suggest we get past them?
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us.
I have not sensed any darkspawn.
You won't right away. No. It takes time. We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. It is important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
Is that because the darkspawn are camped farther into the forest?
They come from underground, like an eruption. They broke through deep within the forest, and that is where they will be most concentrated.
Then we shall head away from that spot with due haste and speed.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Yay! And, oh, Alistair approves +4, Morrigan approves +4. Quest updated, and some level ups to do here with our new characters. And so, yeah, quite a lot to do, which we will do in the next episode before we head out to the long road ahead out of the wilds. As always, I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, hit the thumbs up button below and encourage me. And if you loved what you saw, join the party and subscribe. And I'll see you back here in Flimis Hut in the next episode. As always, thanks again for watching. Have a great night. Get every new Jessa Channel video right in your email inbox. Subscribe, then from your YouTube homepage, click Manage Subscriptions, then check Email with new uploads.